The stats show and happy Sunday to everybody. Spokane Steve here. It's time for Strat-O-Matic baseball. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Doubleheader. First game of the doubleheader, California at Chicago. And don't look now, but the White Sox come in with a 4-game winning streak. Hello to Frank. Hello to Cosmo. Collins here, unmitigated. Howdy, Ben. Hello, Jeffrey. Good crowd on hand for a Sunday. I am well, thank you. Hope everyone else is too. Among other things, Tommy Agee brings his season-high 23-game hit streak into this one. Lefty George Brunette will take the mound for the Angels. The righty Jack LeMay making just his 4th start of the season for the White Sox. Looking at the numbers now, Brunette made 9 relief appearances. This is his 8th start. He's 3-2 with a 3.81. He also picked up a save. 57 innings of work on the season. For LeMay, this is just his 4th start. He also worked 6 games out of the pen. 2-2 with a 4.39. Just 27 innings so far for LeMay. But as you can see by the cards, especially Brunette making just his 8th start. It looks like with 32 starts, he's in the rotation to stay. And LeMay will make 13 more starts after this one. Kind of handy to have that printed right on the card. Oh, well, Ben played the game Deep Drive Baseball and had a cycle. Hey, congratulations, Ben. Cycle's awfully rare. I've had more 4 home run games than I've had cycles. Some good comments about the stats update yesterday. Several about the value of the walk, and the one that wasn't mentioned, I'd like to point out too, is forcing the pitcher to come into you, to come into the lineup. So being selective, forcing the pitcher to give you maybe a little bit better pitch, that's part of it as well. Here's the lineup for the Angels today. Jose Cardinal leads off in center field. Willie Smith will be in left field. Jim Fregosi, the shortstop, hits third. Norm Seaburn at first base. Bobby Knopp will be at second, batting fifth. Ed Kirkpatrick in right field. Paul Shaw down at third base. Bob Rogers, the catcher, hits eighth. And Brunette, the pitcher, batting ninth. Let's line them up here. And we're about ready to get underway. A little bit cooler today. We're in the 70s here. Overcast earlier, but the sun's out now. Here are the umpires for today's game. It's going to be Red Flaherty behind the plate, Al Salerno at first, Marty Springstead at second, and Ed Runge down at third. Hello there, Mike. Welcome in. Yeah, I would be interested in that. Try one out, Ben. You never know. I'd say you probably have to try more than one to see if you're hooked or not, but it all starts with the first one, like any journey. Okay. Play ball, says Flaherty. Jose Cardinal stands in, hitting .242 on the year, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs. LeMahieu into the windup. And we're underway on a 4-7 right-handed single to 2 ground ball to first base. That is fielded by Skowron, who feeds LeMahieu covering. And off we go. One away, here's the left fielder, Willie Smith. Smith just 10 for 54 this season. That's a 185 average. LeMahieu's pitch, 5-7, and he rips that one high and deep to right field. That's over Ken Berry's head. That's going to roll to the wall. Smith cruises into second with a 1-out double. Angels trying to break a modest 2-game skid. Jim Fregosi, the batter. Fregosi, the leading hitter on the club at .327, 6 home runs, 33 RBIs. LeMahieu checks the runner. The pitch to Fregosi, a 3-7 righty. He flies it into straightaway center. Tommy Agee drifts over to it and puts it away. In addition to the 23-game hitting streak, of course, Agee covers a lot of ground in center field. The batter will be Norm Seaburn, hitting .237, just 1 home run, 11 RBIs. LeMahieu with the windup and the pitch. 110 righty. It's a comebacker to LeMahieu. He tosses it over to Skowron, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, 1 left. After a half an inning, California nothing. Chicago coming to bat against George Brunette. Brunette, a left-hander. Here's the White Sox lineup that'll be facing him. Tommy Agee. Get him up in that leadoff spot. He gets maybe one more chance to extend that hitting streak. Don Buford gets his first start in left field of the season. That's kind of interesting. He'll bat second. Gene Freese at third base. John Romano, the catcher, in the cleanup spot. Newcomer Jerry Adair at second base. We'll have to see how long it takes Stanky to figure out that Jerry Adair's not really a 5-hitter, but that's where he's batting today. Bill Skowron at first base. Lee Elia, the shortstop. Ken Berry over in right field rounds out the lineup with LeMahieu, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Whoa, that is breaking news. Is that true, Frank? That's almost hard to believe now. I guess it had to end sometime, so that snaps the Brewers' amazing streak at 14. Colin tried it. So the Tigers not performing today, Perry, and welcome in, by the way. Extra innings at that it took. Okay, Brunette ready to go to work here at the bottom of the first inning. Tommy Agee, 263 is average up to now. 5 homers, 24 RBIs. The real-life Rookie of the Year standing in from the right side. Brunette's pitch is a 1-5 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Smith backing up at the track at the wall. It's off the wall. Agee rounds, and he will hold at second with a stand-up double, extending his hitting streak to 24 games. Once again, that is the longest hitting streak in either league this season so far. Agee wastes no time putting that one away. There's Buford. Don Buford hitting .250 on the year. 4 home runs, 28 RBIs. switch hitter batting righty against Brunette. Here's the pitch on a 6-10. Shallow fly ball to center. Cardinal coming on. He's there, and AG will have to hold at second. Third baseman Gene Freeze will be the hitter. I'm trying to find his stats here. Where is he? There he is. 246 average, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Freeze. As the 3-3 bangs a base hit right up the middle into center. AG rounding, 17. Cardinal with a -2 arm, 15. Freeze a 12. They're going to throw to the plate. Here's the throw from Cardinal. That's a reroll. He is safe. On the 13, Freeze cannot advance. So it's an RBI single for Freeze. AG scores. And it's 1-0 Chicago. Catcher and cleanup hitter John Romano due up. Romano at 244, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs. Brunette checks the runner now. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-5 righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Romano goes down swinging with 2 down, making his White Sox debut at second base, Jerry Adair. To find Adair's stats, of course, I have to go to the main computer. Didn't play much with the Orioles, just a 184 average in 49 at-bats, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Brunette checks the runner from the stretch. 6-8 right-handed. Liner to short. Single only on a 1. That's going to be caught by Fregosi, and that ends the inning. White Sox get a run on 2 hits and leave a man, and after an inning, lead it 1-0. Brunette a 6 for starter endurance. LeMahieu only a 5. So Tommy Agee shows off his speed, put the White Sox on the board first, and now we go to the second inning. Bobby Knopp will lead it off for the Angels. Knopp hitting .223, 4 homers, 23 RBIs. Major League leading 9 triples for Knopp. The pitch from LeMahieu on a 6-11 righty. He lifts it to straightaway center. There's Agee roaming over and makes the grab. That'll bring up the right fielder, Ed Kirkpatrick, hitting just 183 so far, 4 homers, 11 RBIs. The pitch to Ed is a 5-8 left-hander. Grounder second base X. That's a dare, a sure-handed second baseman. 2E18. And here's the play on a 20. He scoops it up and throws him out. Nice play, Adair. One thing Adair should do is shore up that White Sox defense. Remember, they started the year with Buford playing second base. 2 down, here's Shaw. Paul Shaw hitting .244, 4 homers, 13 RBIs. Shaw, a master of drawing the walk, among the league leaders with 37. The pitch to Shaw is a 6-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. 1-2-3 go the Angels in the second. Perry, I use Baseball Reference. They have a full list of transactions by the day for every season. Brunette takes the mound. Thanks for the assist, Ben. Brunette takes the mound for the bottom of the second. Bill Skowron will start it off. Skowron batting .263, 5 homers, 13 RBIs. So he led in total bases. Yes, he's leading in this replay in total bases. Brunette into the windup now. The pitch to Skowron's a 2-9 left-handed. Called strike 3. Flaherty rings him up. 1 down, and here's the shortstop, Lee Elia. Elia averaged down to .279 now after a hot start. No homers, 4 RBIs. The left-hander winds and deals. 3-9, grounder to shortstop, playable by Fregosi, who throws him out. And here's Ken Berry getting a start in right field today. Berry, the leading hitter on the club, although not enough at-bats to qualify. Berry hitting a torrid .366 so far. 7 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 11 RBIs. I'll have to see how many times he batted now. He did end up with 443 at-bats, which would indicate that his playing time is going to increase as the season moves along. Here's the pitch from Brunette now. 6-5 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. It's 3 strikeouts now for Brunette, 2 in this inning. And after 2 innings of play, it's 1-0 Chicago. Appreciate all the assists here, helping Cosmo to learn the game. I have to ask, Cosmo, have you been watching any games since you got into this? I think it's just cool that we may have a new baseball fan here. That's what it's all about. And getting new Strat-O-Matic players, which we desperately need both MLB fans and Strat-O-Matic players. 3rd inning in a 1-0 game. Here's Bob Rogers to lead it off. The switch-hitting catcher, his average down to .208, 3 homers, 18 RBIs, hitting left-handed against LeMahieu. That's going to be a 3-8 righty, and it's a comebacker to LeMahieu. Takes a couple steps to first and tosses it to Skowron. That'll bring up the pitcher, Brunette. Brunette pitches left, bats right. A 1 with end power. On a 5-6 fly ball to left field, can of corn for Buford, who puts it away. Buford's first put out of the year in the outfield, 2 away, and here's leadoff man Jose Cardenal. LeMahieu into the windup. 4-5 right-handed. Grounds it into the hole at short. Elia is there. Strong throw across in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for LeMahieu, who's now retired 8 in a row. LeMahieu himself will lead off the bottom of the 3rd. He's a 1W right-handed hitter. Pitch from Brunette on a 1-5. Struck him out. That's 4 strikeouts for George Brunette now. And the batter will be Tommy Agee. Doubled and scored the game's only run so far. Brunette gets the sign from Rogers. The pitch is a 6-5 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And George Brunette on a strikeout tear. That's number 5 on the game. Here's Don Buford now. 2 down, nobody on. Brunette pitching to the righty. 6-5. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And George Brunette strikes out the side. Holy cow. That's 6 strikeouts in 3 innings for George Brunette. Oh, well, I can tell you, even though I don't have it, ESPN always has a Sunday evening game. If you have ESPN, that would be a good opportunity. I don't have cable anymore. I've gone all to streaming for the cost factor. I do have the MLB package. But averaged out over the year, that's only $12.50 a month. I pay about $7 something for Netflix, and that's it. So I pay about $20 a month for TV. I was paying over $100 with Dish. That brings us to the 4th inning. Willie Smith will start it off. He has the only Angel hit so far, a double in the first. LeMahieu into the windup. That's a 4-10 left-handed, and he walks him. So Bill Rigney must have had his crystal ball out when he put Willie Smith in the lineup today. One for one with a walk, and here's Fregosi. LeMahieu checks the runner. Now from the stretch. 6-6 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the second K for LeMahieu. And they'll bring up the first baseman, Norm Seaburn. Seaburn steps into the left-handed batter's box. LeMahieu with the pitch from the stretch. 1-7, grounder to second. Adair has it, shovels it to Elia for 1. To Skowron, 4-6-3 double play. So Jerry Adair already making his presence felt on defense in the middle infield for the Sox. 3 up, nope, sorry, not 3 up, 3 down. He faced the minimum, but there was a walk and a double play. Yeah. Good point. Unmitigated, yeah, and Colin as well. And yet to think that we used to, when I was a kid, nobody paid for TV. You had an antenna, you know. It's just crazy. Pitcher's duel here. Brunette ready to go to work in the bottom of the 4th. Gene Freeze will start it off. His single in the first drove in the game's only run. Brunette into the windup. 4-12 right-handed. That's hit high and deep to left field. Going back is Smith at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Gene Freeze. Well, we haven't seen Freeze in the starting lineup for a while either, so Stanky as well pulls out his crystal ball. Freeze hits it out of the park for his 5th home run of the season, and it's 2-0 White Sox. Here's the catcher, John Romano. Brunette getting the sign now. That's a 2-6 left-handed, and he walks him. Ball 4 to Romano. And here's Jerry Adair. Brunette out of the stretch. 4-2 right-handed. He hits a hard ball to third base. Shaw has it. Goes to Knopf for one. Nice turn to Seaburn. Double play. Two down, nobody on. Here's Bill Skowron. Skowron struck out his first time out. Brunette into the windup. We've got a leaner there. It's going to be a re-roll as Skowron fouls it straight back. Brunette with a new ball. Rubbing it up. Here's the pitch to Skowron. 6-6, he loses him, ball 4. Second walk issued by Brunette. Skowron, no threat to run. -2 battery for the Angels. And here's the shortstop, Lee Elia. Brunette checks the runner. Comes to the plate, 6-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's number 7 for Brunette, and that's noteworthy. The White Sox get a run on the Gene Freese home run, and after 4 complete, lead it 2-0. Hey, there's Franklin. He's only here for a little while. Probably cooking up something good to eat if I know Franklin. And also greetings to Joe Horlin. That's definitely a good one, Joel. 5th inning. Bobby Knopf will start things off. LeMahieu's allowed only 1 hit so far as he goes into the windup. Pitch to Knopf on a 3-10. He lifts it the other way to right field. Berry is there and makes the catch for the out. Here's Kirkpatrick now. LeMahieu with the pitch. 5-2 left-hander. Routine grounder to second. Adair scoops it up and throws him out. 2 down, nobody on, and here's Shaw. LeMahieu with the windup. The pitch to Shaw. 2-5. Grounder to Adair again. He's got it. Flips to Skowron. Inning ended. 1-2-3 go the Angels in the 5th. That was the first endurance inning for Jack LeMahieu, by the way, although I didn't notice it. And how would you? The way he's pitching, he showed no signs of fatiguing. Oh, yeah, definitely. I remember both of those. I remember when the Sporting News was the only place you could get all of the stats. The leaders would be in the local newspaper, but to get them all, you had to wait for the Sporting News. And for me, the Sporting News kind of replaced Baseball Digest. I had that when I was younger, before I found out about the Sporting News. Bottom of the 5th, 2-0 ball game. Ken Berry to start it off. Berry struck out in the 2nd. The left-hander into the windup. 4-8 right-handed. It's a fly ball to center field. Triple on a 1 only, and the play is made by Cardinal. That'll bring up LeMahieu. Brunette's pitch, a 2-3. Foul ball back to the plate. Rogers tosses the mask aside and makes the catch. 2 down, and here's Tommy Agee. AG, now a 24-game hitting streak, removed all suspense, leading off the first with a double. Brunette's pitch to AG is a 2-7 lefty. Pops it up left side. Paul Shaw is there. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for George Brunette. 5 innings in the books. It is 2-0 Chicago. Chicago trying for their 5th win in a row. Came in 25-28 overall. Angels a similar record. Game behind them at 25-30. They sure had a lot, Joel. I don't remember them having all of them. Maybe they did. Oh yeah, you probably had the Seagram's Baseball Forecast free magazine that used to sit on the counter of pretty much all liquor store. I used to look forward to that one too. Kind of a pamphlet mini version of the Street and Smiths. Bob Riders will lead off the 6th. LeMahieu in his 2nd endurance inning. Into the windup, his pitch to the left-hander is a 5-12 lefty. Grounder to second X. That's going to be Adair again, 2E18, ranging to his left. On an 11, that's the error rate. It's a 5 on an 18. This could be trouble, and it is, as Adair's throw pulls scouring off the bag, and he'll be charged with an error. So first error of the game, Rogers reaches. White Sox with a +1 battery. Brunette, a D bunter. He squares to bunt. It's a 7D, bunts it to first. That'll get the job done. Sacrifice bunt. That moves Rogers into scoring position with 1 down. That'll bring up Jose Cardinal, 0 for 2 on the day. LeMahieu gets the sign. The pitch, 6-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. LeMahieu picks a good time to pick up his 3rd strikeout of the game. And here's Willie Smith with a double and a walk today. Trying to pick up Rogers from second. LeMahieu did the pitch. 2-5, called, strike 3. So LeMahieu with a runner in scoring position and 1 out fans Cardinal and Smith, and that's 6 goose eggs now for Jack LeMahieu. Yeah, I miss seeing it in print. I really do. Sure, you can get everything online now. I don't know. It's just not the same. In fact, one time I was in Morro Bay, actually. You'll appreciate that, Cosmo. And I was in the Albertsons, and just for the hell of it, I thought, I'm going to buy a Sunday Times and look at the batting averages. Not a damn thing in there. I think the paper was $4 or something, too. I thought, what a jip. What a waste of $4. Here's Buford. Buford 0 for 2. Batting right-handed against Brunette. 6'10 righty. Shallow fly to center. On comes Cardinal. He's there. 1 away. Gene Freeze 2 for 2. Drove in both of this game's runs so far. RBI single in the first. Solo shot in the 4th. Brunette into the windup. On a 1-7, grounder down to third, fielded by Shaw. Throws across to Seaburn in time. Two away, here's John Romano. Struck out and walked so far. Broodhead gets the sign from Rogers. Pitch, a 4-5 right-handed. Romano lifts it the other way to shallow right. Kirkpatrick comes on and makes the play to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the White Sox in the sixth. 6 innings already in the book. 2-0 White Sox. That means we're almost at Mookie time, who as usual is crapped out at the top of the tower. Yeah, that and Spencer's on the north side. It's the only grocery stores in town. Spencer's used to be Scolari's. They used to have a Safeway that's now the dollar store. It turned into a Vaughn, same company, of course, and they closed that. And of course, now Safeway and Albertsons are the same company anyway. Heart of the order for the Angels in the top of the 7th. Let's get LeMahieu out on the mound. LeMahieu ready to go to work. Fregosi to lead it off. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 3-7. Fly ball to straightaway center. AG going back, and he's there. Here's Seaburn now. 0 for 2. Hey, Doug. Hello there. Hope your weekend's been good. LeMahieu pitching to Seaburn. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch on a 3-7. Fly ball to center. AG to his right. He is there. And the Angels may want to try hitting it to a different ball player. That's 4 putouts for Tommy Agee in this one. Here's Knopp with 2 down. LeMahieu getting the sign. That's going to be a 6-9 righty. Knopp rips it into left field for a base hit. Triple to 2. And look at that. Knopp rounding second, digging for third. The throw, he is in there. And for Bobby Knopp, that's his 10th triple of the season. Easily leading the majors in that category. Now I have to look. He hit 11 in real life. He already has 10. Ed Kirkpatrick will be the batter. Mookie's great, Doug. Thank you for asking. We're going to take a look at him here in just a moment. Knopp down at third. Kirkpatrick at the plate. LeMahieu a glance at third. Now comes to the plate 4-7. Grounder to first base. Single to 2 only. And it's caught by Skowron. Skowron takes it to the bag himself, and that rounds up the top of the 7th. No runs, a hit, 1 left for the Angels. For Jack LeMahieu, 7 scoreless innings. Good point, Ben. Yeah, it's fun to reminisce of the old days, but I mean, you've got to make the best of what you got. I, for one, I'm happy I'm not working for the grocery industry anymore. That was not a lot of fun. I did it for a long time. But it paid the bills, of course. Let's check in on the star of our show. Oh, wow, is that true? SpaceX deer, huh? Oops, camera flipped on me. There's the mook. Let's go around. At least this one comes back. Remember that old phone I had? If I turned it sideways, I was stuck with the vertical picture, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean. Mook, what are you doing? Taking a nap as usual? Hi. Hi, Mook. Mook's all crapped out today for some reason. I'll tell you what, that's how I was yesterday. Friday night, I slept 9.5 hours, and after the stats presentation, I took a nap. I was just wiped. Much better today. Got out for a walk. Trying to get back into my normal routine after almost a solid month of visiting and partying and different practitioner appointments. We're not getting much out of Mookie today, I'm afraid. Oh, I could rattle the old treat bag, but I'm not going to bother him. That's Cosmo, you're probably right. $15 for Coke and Pepsi. I'll tell you what, I don't really drink much pop anymore, and when I do, it's the Mexican Coke. I'm sure as hell not going to pay those kind of prices for high fructose corn syrup. That's just simply not going to happen. Oh, come on, Frank. Is that really true? Well, that's kind of disturbing, I must say. Whatever floats your boat, I suppose. White Sox come to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. Jerry Adair will start it off. He's 0 for 2 in his White Sox debut. Burnett into the windup. 6-7 righty, and he walks him. Burnett in his second endurance inning now. And that walk is going to send Rogers out to the mound. Adair not held at 11. He's not a star stealer. Right-handers primarily coming up. Lou Burdett begins throwing in the Angel bullpen. Scourin, the hitter, struck out and walked. Burnett out of the stretch now. 2-10 lefty, ground ball wide to second. Connaught picks it up, his only play to first, and on the play, Adair takes second. White Sox trying to get an insurance run here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner in scoring position, 1 down, and here's Lee Elia. Elia 0 for 2 so far. Brunette into the windup. 6-6 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. Brunette showing signs of fatigue. And here comes Rigney. He's going to go to the right-hander, Burdette. So Brunette replaced by Burdette. Yeah, that's not going to confuse me at all. Looking for a double switch here for the Angels. Smith, let's take a look at Smith. Could Smith move to right? He could. Okay. We're going to bring Reichart in. Rick Reichart coming off the bench. He'll come in the double switch and hit 9th. Reichart will go to left field. Kirkpatrick will exit. Pitcher in the 7th spot. And Willie Smith will move to right. So on comes Lou Burdette, the right-hander. First and second, 1 down, Lee Elia. Nope, sorry, Elia walked. Ken Berry due up. Hottest hitter on the team. Well, second hottest hitter on the team. I guess you'd have to say Tommy Agee's the hottest hitter on the team. Berry 0 for 2 today, but came into the game hitting .366. Burdette in 19 appearances, 2-1 with a 3.10, 29 innings of work. Okay, Burdette's ready now. Runners take their lead. The pitch to Berry. 3-10 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field. That's going to be Willie Smith making the catch. B question mark. That does not work for third, going second to third. And probably should hit for him. Strat-O-Matic wise should. But you know I'm not going to. Working on a shutout, LeMahieu will bat. The pitch from Burdette, 2-8, struck him out. Angels draw 2 walks. Sorry, White Sox draw 2 walks. Strand a pair, and through 7, it's 2-0 Chicago. Not many hits today. No, 2 hits for the Angels, just 3 hits for the White Sox. LeMahieu now in his 4th endurance inning. Oh my God, that's the worst one you can drink. Okay, I'm not gonna. To each their own. Dude, that's the diet though, right, Frank? That's the diet drinks. 0, 0, 0, yeah. No, I don't like those at all. Let's see what Ben has to say. I wonder if he's thinking along me. I used to say I would drink all this crap and say, well, this way I'll already be embalmed when I die. You don't have to spend any money on that. We go to the 8th inning. White Sox leading a tight one here, 2-0. Bottom third of the order for the Angels. Shaw, Rogers, and then Reichard. LeMahieu into the windup. Pitch to Shaw is a 6'11" right-handed. He flies it to straightaway center. Tommy Agee is there and makes the catch. Here's Rogers now 0 for 2 on the day. LeMahieu set. The windup, the pitch. 3-4 righty. He pops him up left side. Freeze is there and makes the catch. One thing I forgot to do was check the White Sox defense before he went to the 8th inning in a close ball game. Rick Reichard will bat with 2 down, nobody on. Reichard on the season, 308, 15 home runs, 35 RBIs. The 15 homers among the league leaders. LeMahieu's pitch is a 1-5. It's a high fly ball to left field. Homer 1 only. Buford back on the track. Oh, ho, ho, that was close. Buford leaps up and makes the catch at the wall. Angels go in order in the 8th. You know, man, that doesn't surprise me at all. We're already preserved. It's kind of a sick thought, isn't it? That's basically true. Yeah, at the end of it all, I say, live and let live. Whatever you like. White Sox trying for some insurance here against Lou Burdett. Tommy Agee will start it off. The leadoff man, 1 for 3 today. Burdett into the windup. That's going to be a 2-6 righty. Pops him up left side. Shaw will take it. And there's one away. Here's Buford now. 0 for 3 on the day. Batting lefty against Burdett. The windup and the pitch on a 6-3. Lifts it the other way. Fly ball to left field X. Left field now is Kirkpatrick, a 3-9. Racing to the gap. On a 1, he's not going to get that. That's going to roll to the wall for extra bases, and Buford finds himself standing on second base with a 1-out double. Not me, Frank. 97, the only one, the oldest I know of. Gene Freeze 2 for 3 today, including a home run. Burdett checks the runner. Pitch to Freeze on a 6-9. Grounder to shortstop, fielded by Fregosi. He looks the runner back and throws him out. And it will be up to John Romano. Burdett checks the runner. The pitch to Romano. That's a 1-5 right-handed. Called strike 3. And we go to the 9th. White Sox leave runner in scoring position. And we're going to look for a third baseman here. Get Freeze out of there, at least. Buford can stay in left. So Freeze will exit. Pete Ward will come in and take over at third base. .4 E10, same running rating as Freeze. And now all eyes are on Jack LeMahieu, a 5-inning rated starter, going for a complete game shutout. Top of the order for the Angels. That's funny, Perry. You never know. Here's Jose Cardinal, 0 for 3. I want to thank everybody for watching today. And thank the subscribers. We're now just 11 shy of the 500 mark. Wow. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed. If you haven't, why not do it now? I'm talking mostly to the people watching on replay. I'm fairly confident all of you have subscribed who are here in the chat. Here's Cardinal 0 for 3. Jack LeMahieu gets the sign from Romano. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a 2-8 base hit into right field. The leadoff man is aboard. '18 held at 16. If he was trailing, they were trailing by 1, that would be a no-brainer. Trailing by 2. What the heck? 1 to 16, that's 80%. Cardinal rolling for the lead. He needs 2 through 6. He's got it. Here he goes. 1 to 16. The throw from Romano. He's stolen it. So the shutout on the line now as Cardinal singles and steals second. For Jose, that's his 7th stolen base of the season. And here comes the next pitch. To Willie Smith. It's a 2-11 right-handed grounder to first base. Skowron takes it, feeds LeMahieu covering. And on the play, Cardinal takes third. Right, left, right coming up as the knuckleballer Hoyt Wilhelm begins to toss in the Chicago pen. Hey there, Bill. You know, I think he did. Kind of reminds me of that National Lampoon song, the intro and the outro. No, that wasn't the Lampoon. That was the Bonzo Dog Band. I beg your pardon. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'd like to pull the infield in and try to protect the shutout. Leading by 2, they probably wouldn't. So I'm going to let the die decide. 1 to 3, it'll be in. It's going to be in. And here's the pitch to Fregosi. 3-7, swung on. And oops, 3-7 is a fly to center field B question mark. Cardinal can tag on that. 17-19, AG with a -3 gun. 1 to 16. I'd send him. But you can't get thrown out at the plate when you need 2 runs. So it'll be up to Norm Seaburn. Seaburn 0 for 3. LeMahieu needs 1 more out. Wilhelm is ready. The pitch to Seaburn. 3-5, and he walks him. Now 1 more hitter walk will fatigue LeMahieu. And the hitter will be Bobby Knopp, who tripled his last time up. I did, Cosmo, yeah. I tacoed out. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, trying to score. If he'd have been the tying run, no brainer, right? But 20% chance of ending the game when you trail by 2, that doesn't make sense to me. Here's Knopp. LeMahieu running on fumes, trying to finish it. Here's the pitch on a 4-11. It's a fly to left field X. That's going to be Buford, a 3-4. Buford ranging over on a 1. He can't get it. That's down for extra bases, and the shutout is broken, and LeMahieu is fatigued. It's a double by Knopp, scoring Cardinal. And now the tying run is in scoring position. Excuse me, the tying run is 90 feet away. The go-ahead run is in scoring position. Hang on now, I got to do an instant replay. I forgot there was also a runner at first. In any case, here comes Stanky. LeMahieu is done. Wilhelm will come on. I think it was a 2-star double. No, it wasn't, was it? That was a 3-star double. Hang on now. 4-11, left field X. On a 1, the 3. It's a 3-star double, and the White Sox have tied the game. My apologies for making it anticlimactic. 3-star double. Seaburn scores from first, 2 RBIs for Knopp, and the ball game is tied. Holy cow, LeMahieu came that close. You rarely see the 3-star double. White Wilhelm is on, and with Burdette coming to bat, the Angels will have a pinch hitter for Burdette. Bob Lee gets up in the Angel pen. Now batting for the Angels, the prankster Jay Johnstone. Johnstone 294 on the year, 5 for 17. Wilhelm has been sensational. 1-1, 5 saves. Are you ready for this? 0.57 ERA, just 16 innings of work. The 43-year-old 43-year-old knuckleballer takes the mound. Johnstone standing in from the left side. Wilhelm with the pitch. 1-8 right-handed is a high fly ball to deep right field. Barry going back at the track, at the wall. It's off the wall. Johnstone rounding second, digging for third. Knopp scores, and Johnstone in with a pinch hit triple, and the Angels take the lead here in the ninth. Holy crap. Excellent point, Ben. Thank you. After review, Seaburn is awarded home. Paul Shaw, the hitter, now runner at third base, 3-2 Angels. Bob Lee getting warm in a hurry now. Pitch to Shaw on a 4-7, swung on and missed, strike three. That'll do it, but the White Sox take the lead with a 3-run ninth. 3 runs, 3 hits, a man left. And now we'll take a look at the Angels defense before we go to the bottom of the ninth. Looks pretty good except for right field. And Jimmy Pearsall is going to come in and take over for Willie Smith in right. Pearsall at 2E9 +1 in right field. The fans are stunned silent, Ben. And the Angels bring on their stopper, Bob Lee. Lee aided the team's 11 saves, a 1-2 record, and a 3.12. The White Sox were 1 out away from their 5th consecutive victory, and the Angels appear to have snatched it from the jaws of defeat. Adair, Skowron, and Elia do. Looking at the White Sox bench for left-handed hitters, Tom McCraw, Floyd Robinson, Wayne Causey, all available, as is Smokey Burgess. Adair will bat. Skowron may not. Here's the pitch to Adair now. Lee ready to go to work. The wind up on the pitch. It's a 1-9. Grounder to short. Fielded by Elia. Throws him out. 1 down. And the White Sox will counter Lee with the left-handed hitting Tom McCraw batting for Skowron. McCraw, who batted in this game in real life, comes up now with 1 out and nobody on. Lee into the windup. Here's the pitch to McCraw. 2-7 right-handed. It's a grounder to third, single to 12. That's going to be a base hit for McCraw, and the tying run is aboard with 1 down. McCraw, a star 15 stealer, but the Angels now with a -4 battery makes him not held at 11, which is a shame for him because he gets the lead every time, 2 through 12. Also very rare. Now we'll see about Elia. Floyd Robinson steps out of the dugout and he'll bat for Elia. Elia 0 for 2 with a walk. And here's Floyd Robinson now. Batting .272, 5 home runs, and a team leading 31 RBIs. Oh my goodness, Cosmo. Yeah, by all means. You better find out what's going on at the very least. No, better safe than sorry, I think, in these kind of situations. Oh, Mike Skowron's not in there. McCraw's at first. He batted for Skowron. Yeah, I'm with you. I hate fire season. Here's Floyd Robinson, runner on first, 1 down. Lee out of the stretch. That's a 2-6 righty. High fly ball to right. Homer on a 1 only. Backing up Pearsall, and he makes the catch. White Sox down to their last out. It'll be Ken Berry. Lee from the stretch. 5-4 righty. Grounder third base X. Tough chance for Shaw. 325. Here's the play. On a 20. Shaw's got it. Fires across, and that's the ball game. Nice play by Paul Shaw to end the game. And the Angels snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, 3-2. I feel badly for LeMahieu. And now, of course, I'm also questioning my own managing. Perhaps Wilhelm should have started the inning, but I've never done that. Any pitcher going for a shutout, I always give him a shot. And the disheartened crowd begins to file out. Good point, Bill. Wilhelm's ERA gets even lower, even though he gave up the triple. The game-winning hit by Jay Johnstone. I'll have the totals coming up here. LeMahieu, the hard luck loser, drops to 2 and 3. Eight and 2/3, 2. Only 4 hits allowed. Man, that's a heartbreaker. He walked 2. Struck out 4. Lou Burgett. Wait a minute. I forgot to put Lee in there. No, Johnstone. Johnstone was out in the double switch. That was actually the pitcher's spot at that point. Johnstone pinch hit. And Johnstone will be the player of the game. Game-winning triple by Jay Johnstone. So Lee gets a save. That's going to be number 9 for him. Lou Burdett picks up the win. He's 3-1 now. Brunette 6 1/3, only allowed 3 hits himself. No decision to show for it. He walked 4. Six strikeouts for Brunette. Burdett allowed 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Lee 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. The Angels win it with 3 runs on just 5 hits, no errors. The White Sox 2 runs, just 5 hits, 1 error. The error did not factor in any scoring. And our thoughts and well wishes now go to Cosmo. God, I hate fires. I'm just kind of waiting here to see what happens. Tomorrow we're going to finish up this doubleheader. It'll be Minnie Rojas for the Angels, Joe Horland for the White Sox. I want to thank everyone for watching. I'm hesitant to sign off. I can't help but wonder if we're going to hear from Cosmo or if he's vacated the premises. Cosmo, I know, is somewhere close to Yosemite in California. Thanks again, everybody, for your support. I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen here. Yeah, it sounds like it unmitigated. Let me see if I can bring up anything on this. Yosemite fire information, 2 fires, 2 active wildfires, the Washburn fire and the Oak fire. Washburn fire is burning within Yosemite National Park, specifically near the Mariposa Grove of giant sequoias. Oh, Cosmo's back. Okay, good deal. The oak fire, located just outside of Yosemite in Mariposa County, is only 10% contained. It has led to evacuations in the surrounding areas due to its rapid spread and the dry conditions of the region. That's fantastic news, Cosmo. Keep an eye on it. Where exactly do you live again? I know you're near Yosemite. We'll all be thinking of you. Oh, it's the Hadley, so I had the wrong ones pulled up. Near with Sean. I will be looking for it, and be safe, Cosmo. If there's any slightest doubt, get the hell out of there. I'm going to get out of here now. Thanks again, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow.